18 minutes to 9. People who win the Nobel Prize are obsessed with their subject, right? You can imagine them sitting there endless hour after endless hour thinking about nothing else, right? Wrong. They're actually 15 times more likely than us mere mortals to dabble in all sorts of creative activities, and we should be doing the same, or at least that's what Robert Twigger says in his new book called Micromastery. Good morning to you.
Good morning, John.
What is Micromastery?
A micromastery is a small, self-contained sort of unit of skill and knowledge. It's not just an impressive life hack. It's sort of like the distilled essence of the subject.
Give me a clue. What might we master?
Well, I mean, one of the first things I started was how to make a perfect omelette. I'm never going to be on I'm never going to be a master chef, but I thought at least I could do this chef's test piece, learn how to make a perfect omelette. So
did you?
I'm pretty good.
We might test you at some point.
Yes,
anyway,
okay.
Spinning a basketball on your finger.
Spinning a basketball on your finger, there's lots of... I mean, that can just be a nice little trick, but it can also lead into better ball control skills and a better interest in basketball. It's about having something fun that you can show off. It's the way...
Doing an Eskimo roll.
In a kayak, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
In a kayak,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
All right, you'd need a kayak for that, wouldn't you? Yeah, and some water. And making a perfect daiquiri.
Yeah, if you're going to get into cocktails, the daiquiri is supposed to be the essence of all cocktails. So if you can make a perfect daiquiri,
then you're all right. All right. So what does that do for you? What does that do for your brain?
Well, in terms of brain health, we're living in a culture which is more and more focused on single things. We're getting all our information from the screen. So, and that's really bad for our brains. We're designed to be learning creatures. The brain...
So it's physically bad, but things happen physically to our brain.
The model of the brain now is that it's a plastic organ that grows throughout life. It's constantly learning, and it needs to be fed with new information. And a micromastery is a non-depressing way to learn something. I think this whole thing about 10,000 hours...
yeah, because that's what we were told, wasn't it? If you're going to do something really, really well, everybody can do it, but you've got to spend 10,000 hours learning to play the guitar or whatever.
Yeah, which is sort of liberating at first, because it meant even sort of a talentless idiot could start. Yeah. But actually, it's a rather depressing concept, whereas a micromastery is something that you could do even in a day and make significant advances.
How do you know this? I mean, how could... Because I saw somewhere you said Nobel Prize winners are 15 times more likely to dabble in other activities, creative activities.
Yeah. This research was done by a guy called Dr. Robert Root Bernstein at the University of Michigan. He's a professor of physiology, and he became obsessed with the idea of polymathy. And in fact, a lot of specialists are covert polymaths. But there's also research done by this guy, Michael Merzenich, at the University of Berkeley. He's a leading researcher into stroke recovery. So he became fascinated about the way we really learn, as opposed to our ideas about how we learn. And learning things require us to be switched on in our brains in a very real sense, either by a shock, by something new, by something novel, or by deeply focusing on it. And a micromastery is a way to focus at the moment that you're learning it, and then you can sort of take a step back. But if you're a specialist and you've only got one subject, you don't even get that kind of in-depth laser-like focus because you're so bored.
And you're always doing it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, it's a fascinating idea, and you've done it yourself, as you say. Make the perfect omelette. There you go. The book, Micromastery, Learn Small, Learn Fast, and Find the Hidden Path to Happiness. Robert Twigger, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.